In FPV, there's one shot that every pilot wants to try to get at some point. And it's probably one of the most iconic shots. And for me, today's the day we get that. What just happened? So over the last 3 weeks, I've been training with my FPV drone to get my dream shot in New Zealand. The days are counting down, and I'm trying to set a challenge every single week to make sure I'm ready for it. And this week's challenge, we're chasing cars. You see, one of the most iconic FPV shots are ones like these. And originally, I wanted this to be the challenge for this week. Unfortunately, it's really hard to find drifting cars in Sydney. Now, there's 3 main racetracks I was able to find. 2 of them had strictly no drifting, and the other one that did have drifting was strict, with personal use of drones will not be approved. So I compromised and set a new goal to get similar looking shots, but without the drifting. I messaged the 2 other racetracks. One of them left me on red, and the other was happy to jump on a call. Hi, this is Nick. We talked on Instagram.
Was it just an open track day you wanted to go to?
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday?
I'll probably come Wednesday then.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Thank you. Alrighty, there we go. Alright, so we're going to start with a bit of a warm-up. I was training on the simulator for a week now, so I was pretty confident. I wanted to get as close as possible to the car, so I was pushing the drone to its limit. Alright, that was a little bit sketchy. Managed to get a few good shots in the corners though. But the drone isn't meant for situations like these, so I kept pushing to keep up with the cars. Until I pushed it too far. Fire up. What just happened? From my side, I lost complete control of the drone here. I was trying to get it out from the middle of the track, but it was just not responding, just hovering there. The only option that I had was to land it right there in the middle of the track. You can see here that the drone is near a witch's hat, so I think it's that one over there. I was still getting a video stream from the drone, but it was telling me that the motors were stalled, so there was no option to just take off again. As of right now, I'm not entirely sure what just happened. But basically I was taking a corner and then the drone just kind of flipped and went into neutral mode. But we're gonna have to go retrieve it to figure it out. It's an open course, which means anyone is just able to drive across it for as long as they want up until around 4 p.m. Which means I don't think there's much chance of getting it back before then. We're just gonna have to wait it out, I guess. So it's been around 2-3 hours. Yeah, it looks like the battery's on 0. And another 3 hours later, the staff helped me recover the drone.
Good job. I'm happy that you landed in the middle of grass and not on the track.
Yeah.
Because to get it back from on the track would have been a lot smaller pieces.
Yes. That wouldn't be good. Okay, we're currently on the track. Oh, that's it, isn't it? Oh my god. Hey little buddy. So what is wrong with it? Surprisingly, there's nothing immediately wrong with it. It actually all seems to be completely fine. I think we're just gonna have to run some diagnostic tests on it, see if anything is wrong with it. Alright, before we go, I'm gonna do one test, just to see if all the motors spin. I've honestly got no idea. It works. What the hell? Fire up. Okay, our singular goal for today is to figure out what happened yesterday, why did it flip over, and how can we avoid that? So I'm gonna do some researching, see if anybody else has had any issues with this, because we cannot have that happen again. I looked up Avata drone flipping over and I was surprised by what I found. Bruh, this is such a common issue by the looks of it. Once I started looking for it, it was everywhere. Updates on Avata flipping issue. What happened? DJI Avata flips itself mid-air. Drone turning upside down in mid-flight. Why? Your turn issue. I was even able to find footage of other people's problems with this, and you guessed it, it looks exactly the same as mine. Now the reason this happened is because the Avata has a high center of gravity since the battery is really high, but because the propellers are a lot smaller, quick turns can easily flip the drone at high speeds. And this is what's called a yaw wipeout. From my researching, there's two solutions. Number one is you modify the Avata with more powerful motors and a wider construction, but this option has a high risk of messing up the drone completely. And then there's option two, which is I go back to where I started and I get an actual FPV drone. They're infinitely more powerful and are very specifically designed to handle anything. But to do this, it would require a big cost. So I wanted to get a second opinion. Oh my gosh, hello, how's it going? So this is Albert. I met him at a job I worked a few years ago and he's a professional drone pilot. He really knows his way around drones, especially anything to do with FPV. So I gave him a call. So basically, I need some help with some stuff.
What did you want to know, bro? One sec. Can I just get cheeseburger please with no onions? I got it in a meal please.
We went through the details of what was the best option, but ultimately we decided to meet up so I could try it myself. Cool. Well, I'll see you on Thursday then.
Easy done, bro.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Alright, so we're meeting at a park and it's about an hour and a half away. Alright, so this right here, this is the park we're going to fly today. Let's hope we don't crash. Oh, it's Albert.
Lucas.
Howdy.
Lucas, howdy. Big antennas, huh?
Yeah.
That gives me a longer range.
Alright, so we're about to fly this drone, which is a
Nazgul Evoke.
Nazgul
5 inch.
Evoke. So this one is more powerful, more punchy, and
Success.
yeah, so it's significantly, basically at an entire different level than the Avata.
Jazz antennas. I want you to punch it so you can feel the power. Success, yeah.
Oh.
Do that?
Oh,
How smooth is that?
it's so easy to like move around.
Do a roll. Look how easy it is to do a roll. Go a bit higher and do a roll. Smooth as fuck, eh?
Far out.
Yeah. See, that was like the perfect split end. I've
Yeah.
seen it. I can see it.
Listen,
Thanks for coming.
thank you for
I'll talk to
helping.
you soon. No worries, bro. Next time you do go to one of these things, let me know. If anything comes up like
Yeah,
this
I'll
again,
do, yeah.
let me know.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get together.
Yeah, so
Alright?
we'll do.
Alright, bro.
Alright.
Take it easy. Drive safe.
See ya. Alright, it's the morning, but I think the obvious way to move forward here is to get an actual FPV drone. I think modifying the Avata is still going to have way too many limitations, so let's get an FPV drone. So to get into the proper world of FPV, there's a lot of components that you need. You need LiPo batteries, just a few 6S's for that one. At least 3, since each one is about 4 minutes of flight time. You need a LiPo battery charger. Dual would be ideal. Yeah. You need to buy a LiPo battery case because these batteries have a tendency to explode. You need tools, propellers, a remote, and of course, a drone. That was significantly more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Awesome.
All good.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
No worries. See ya.
Oh. Jesus, that looks hardcore. So, as it is now, this drone doesn't connect to my controller. You need to change the receiver. So I bought that from this shop just here, but now I need to go to a shop to get it all put together. And then, after all that, only then will I be able to fly this and then go to the racetrack. Good. Just coming in for a solving.
Oh yes, that's what you called
Yeah,
them
yeah.
just before. No worries.
Flex, I'm killing it. Yeah, you feeling it. Yeah, I had to put a drill in it, just to let them know I'm still in it. MJ, in the flesh, I'm the GOAT, nothing less. If you don't know what it means, young boy, I'm the best. I ain't gotta say a thing. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, you know the
I've got got the drone, got the new controller, and also the goggles, which also have the new antennas that should be able to link up to it. Let's get going, I guess.
I never give up. Won't stop till I'm up. I will not stop. I will not stop. I can't be the win. I want it all. I'll never stop until I get it all. Until I get it all.
This thing is feeling like an absolute weapon. With the new drone sorted, I scheduled a new date to film at the track, but this time I was going with Albert. We're here with Albert.
How you going?
We're just about to arrive at the course, and I'm feeling quite nervous. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good because I've always wanted to do this, but also a little bit nervous. I don't want to be crashing drones.
In FPV, there's one shot that every pilot wants to try to get at some point, and it's probably one of the most iconic shots. And for me, today's the day we get that.
Do something,
Yeah, I'm thinking.
But when you come around, just don't go too wide, because you might end up hitting that tree. But if you just sort of think you fucked up, just shoot it straight up.
Yeah, that's right. Albert was by far the most experienced out of us, so he went first. You got this. He was finding it challenging keeping up with the cars, and now that we had the exact same drone, I was a little nervous for my turn.
That was really high, but I still couldn't keep up.
Yeah. Alright, it's my time to shine. Alright, let's go for it. It's now my turn. This challenge was supposed to be just a stepping stone to my dream New Zealand shot. But right at this moment, this challenge was more important than that. This is the shot I've been training weeks for, crashing my drone, swapping out all my equipment, and dragging Albert along to. All for this. One month into the journey, and this may be one of the coolest shots I've ever taken. Then there's Albert's shot, with the same drone but many more years experience. So that went pretty good. I think Albert's footage was significantly better than mine. Bro,
Don't be silly. You haven't even seen your footage.
I saw your footage. Your one was so much better.
I've seen how close you were getting to those cars.
Yeah, but I only like stayed close for like a second, and then I just like dipped
I
out.
was there for any longer.